My father came from Morocco in 1956. He came from Morocco with a whole boat of Moroccan boys to the Mir Yeshiva in Brooklyn, New York. Morocco, especially where he lived in Essaouira, that's really right off the coast, it's just beautiful weather over there all the time. So when that first winter came, when that first Brooklyn winter started to come in, none of them had coats. And none of them had money to be able to afford to buy coats. And so there they were walking down Ocean Parkway in the bitter freezing cold in the middle of January. Reb Avram Kalmanowitz was the Rosh Yeshiva, the one who went to Morocco to go bring the kids back. Really a mountain, a giant of a man. His son, Reb Shraga Moshe Kalmanowitz, would eventually become the Rosh Yeshiva. And some of you who have been in Brooklyn, I'm sure he loved the Syrian community, like to a fault. He had such a strong connection with them. He saw the Moroccan boys walking on Ocean Parkway without coats. He walked up into his father's office and he said to Reb Avram Kalmanowitz, he said to his father, Abba, Tati, the Moroccan boys, they're walking in the streets without coats. It's snowing out there. And Reb Avram said, I know, but we don't have money. We don't have money for anything. We don't have money to buy them coats. Reb Shraga Moshe unbuttoned his own overcoat, his own heavy woolen coat. He took it off. He put it on his father's desk. And he said to him, I want you to know, until the Moroccan boys get coats, just know that your own son is walking in that bitter cold without a coat as well. And he walked out. A week or two later, they somehow or other managed to fundraise the money to be able to buy the Moroccan boys their coats. But I like that story, and there's so much you can learn from it, but when I heard that story, this is what I imagined. I imagined that moment. I imagine the moment when Rav Shraga Moshe himself is walking through the bitter cold, the bitter snow in Brooklyn, and he's like just chomping down on his teeth as it's biting away at his bones, and it's freezing cold, and he doesn't have a coat, and he's smiling through it. And he's saying, I'm doing this because the boys don't have coats, and I'm with them in their pain. I'm doing this, and I can't imagine a bigger moment in his life that he felt so connected to other human beings because he was suffering with them. That was the connection. At our funerals, they're not going to talk about how much physical pleasure we've had on this earth. Nobody's going to get up and talk about how many hot dogs you can eat. But by Rav Shraga Moshe's funeral, my father said to me, here's a man who walked the streets, freezing cold without a coat for others. That's how we measure you. That's how Shemayim measures you.